By now, most Epsom telephone subscribers have probably noticed that their phone has a different dial tone. It's the result of Telecom commissioning a $420,000 computerised exchange today in Epsom. District Manager Vin Harper says the exchange will cut call congestion and provide a faster service. A severe shortage of potatoes is threatening to cripple one of Australia's best-loved industries. Fish and chip merchants are struggling to survive as the price of potatoes skyrockets.
George Guskus has been selling fish and chips for 15 years. At his Golden Square shop, he uses 30 50-kilogram bags of potatoes a week, which normally cost $450. At the moment, he's paying $1,500 a week. The price hike is attributed to floods in New South Wales, which wiped out entire potato crops, causing the worst shortage for more than a decade.
They were $14, now they're 50, so there's a big margin, you know, in between.
And how long is this expected to last?
Until Easter, I believe.
Fish and chip shops throughout Victoria are feeling the pinch, and prices could rise even further as the potato supply dries up. The shortage isn't only affecting bulk customers. In supermarkets, a 5-kilogram bag sells for nearly $12. The Guskus family has had to cancel plans for a Christmas holiday because of the shortage.
Well, we can't afford to close this year anyway. The spuds are too expensive, you know. We're just making ends meet at the moment. And we can't put our minimum price at $2, you know. We're already getting complaints from the people.
Smoking is set to be banned in the Maryborough City offices after recommendations from the Council's Health Committee. Council is also considering a smoking ban in all Council-owned premises, including sporting complexes and the Town Hall. Smoking has already been banned in government offices like the Department of Labour. Smokers must confine their habit to designated areas for the safety and comfort of their colleagues. Maryborough City Council has drawn up a draft policy for a similar system, making smoking off-limits in all offices and council vehicles. A staff committee of smokers and non-smokers will be set up to designate the times and conditions of smoking in the staff room. There's only 5 out of 25 people at Maryborough City offices who smoke, and Richard Pekin says those people have resigned themselves to the ban.
I suppose that they have some objections to it, but they see that it is inevitable that they will not be able to smoke at their desks.
Richard Pekin says prospective employees will be warned of the City Council's smoking ban, but he says smokers will not be disadvantaged when applying for a job. Existing employees will be encouraged to give up.
The Council will also support those people in undertaking courses at the Community Health Centre as a means by which to either give up, reduce or completely understand what is happening to their health through smoking.
The smoking policy will be debated at tonight's council meeting. It's yet to be considered whether the ban will apply to other council-owned premises, such as the Town Hall, the Creative Arts Centre and sporting pavilions.
Young people in the Bendigo region will soon be able to benefit from a Life Education mobile classroom. Life Education Bendigo Chairman Michael Curry says while the committee has tendered for a vehicle, at least $35,000 is still needed for the project.
For the past 3 years, Life Education Centre's Bendigo chapter has been campaigning to raise $200,000 for a mobile classroom. Chairman Michael Curry says the unit will soon be a reality as the committee has tendered to buy a bookmobile.
And we believe because of the design of that vehicle, it would be far more stronger and suit the purposes of travelling very vast distances that we'll be covering within the Bendigo area.
He says he should know by early December whether the tender has been successful. Mr Curry says the vehicle will travel throughout the region to teach primary school children about self-development, drug awareness and health issues. He says the Life Education Centre is still $35,000 short of its initial goal and will also need more money to fund the mobile classroom's operation.
Clubs out there or associations out there that might be in a position to give us help on an ongoing basis, we'd be very happy to hear from them too.
He says a public meeting will be held on Thursday evening at the R.L. Campbell Theatrette to discuss fundraising and future directions.
A new bridge over the Loddon River at Newstead is expected to alleviate flood problems. The $1.5 million structure will replace an old timber bridge built in the 1930s. Vic Roads in Ballarat is building the concrete bridge and it's expected to be finished by April next year. It's 152 metres long and cost $1.5 million, quite a comparison to the old timber bridge now being used by about 2,000 vehicles a day.
It's going to help the flow of traffic through the town. It's on the Pyrenees Highway and at the intersection of the main road from Ballarat through Newstead and up through Malden and Bendigo to the north. Carries a lot of commercial traffic and brings a lot of tourists through the town into Bendigo and the northern regions.
The federal government began the project with bicentennial funds last year, but state government money is now being used to finish the bridge. Heavy rains have delayed the project, but it's still expected to be finished on time.
The bridge will be a very important adjunct to the town. It's going to provide us with a link, hopefully for many years into the future, at the south end of the town over the Loddon River. It will also ease some of the flooding problems that have occurred there in the past when the river has been running at very high levels.
Despite the history attached to the old timber bridge, Bill Moore says residents don't object to its demolition. That's expected to happen when the new bridge is open for traffic.
After this break, judo's best on show in Bendigo.
And the machine built to be the fastest on water.